That right there is one of my favorite shows running right now. Season 2 of the series Abbott Elementary is airing Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on ABC, Heather B.
I know it. I watched the episode last night about that juice.
Okay, the first season was nominated for 6 Primetime Emmy Awards, winning 3 of them.
Come on.
And one of our good friends, a family member.
Yes.
He grew up with us. We grew up with him.
Facts.
We watched him grow up.
Wow.
That's fact.
He's been putting it down since Everybody Hates Chris, even prior to that. But that's the one that catapulted his image, his career, you know, what he has to offer to this industry. Mm-hmm. We've seen him do that United States versus Billie Holiday, which was one of my favorite projects to watch him do because he shows unlimited talent. You can't pigeonhole this young man. And then recently, in recent years, I noticed he started getting his body together. Ooh. And dude started getting his body together.
Jealous? I mean, what's happening?
I'm just saying, man.
We was locked inside.
Yeah.
I did some push-ups.
You did some push-ups, but when I see friends or people I know start getting their body together, I feel like they subliminally telling me I need to get my body together. And I haven't done that.
No.
And I feel like
everybody on their own physical journey.
You just saying that because we on the mic. Welcome, Tyler James Williams is back.
Tyler!
He's back.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Feels good to be home.
Yes. You have no idea.
Well, the great part about watching you and your career, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations. We don't know if you ever been a starving artist because we always see you.
Yeah. I didn't really have time. I was like 4. I guess that was the last time I was a starving artist.
Was that a gun right
there?
Damn. I started really early.
You started early?
I did, yeah. I started really early.
Do you feel, because we have a lot of, Viola Davis came here and spoke very eloquently on how many actors aren't being successful at making a living. Only 5% make over 50.
5? That's not bad. I mean, last I heard it was like 1.
Well, 1% makes over $50K a year or something like that.
I mean, she said 5. I trust her word.
There's a minimum, Sway. There's a minimum in SAG that you have to make every year just to qualify for the insurance. And that might be $20K. And I can safely say there were years I didn't make that in the Screen Actors Guild to qualify for the insurance.
Damn.
The most actors I know do not, and that's 5% even sounds high.
Yeah, that's high.
That sounds high.
So then, at what age then, Tyler, did you get your first $20K? When did you qualify for the health insurance?
4.
Yeah, Tracy. He's like, when I started.
Tracy. I want to say I was maybe about like 12, 13, something like that. 12 or 13.
12 or 13.
Yeah.
Growing up on screen, did you ever have complications with living off screen, living in everyday society?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, I think that's kind of been the struggle of my particular existence. You know what I mean? So much of my life has been on screen, and I think particularly when you grow up with people and you in their houses a lot, they think that they know you. So I have this thing that happens where people, when they approach me based on what they think that they know, but not who I actually am. So that's one of the complications, is that oftentimes I had to make my peace with not being actually seen, being looked at, but not being seen.
Wow.
And that's, I even now, I think I still go back and forth with that, but therapy is a beautiful thing.
Therapy is beautiful.
It's a beautiful
Salute
thing.
to the therapist. How long have you done? When did you first start doing therapy? I started a couple of years ago. How old were you?
I want to say I was 23.
23.
I was about 23, because I think that was the hard part, and that was like trying to articulate what I was feeling. And eventually, my therapist helped me put words to it, which is like, oh, you don't feel seen. You feel like people look at you throughout the day, but they're looking right through you. They're looking at a character. They're looking at work that you've done, but they don't see actually you. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people experience as young as I did. At least their teens, they had that, or their high school experience, they had that. But for me, because I've been working as long as I have, I've always kind of been connected to the work that I've done. But the most important thing that I found, and that when working through, is seeing myself.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you need, really.
To see yourself. What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you see?
Complexity.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of like things that contradict one another. I'm simultaneously, funny and high energy, but then also really introspective and really chill. And I think that dichotomy of who I am, I need to accept. That's what I see, is that I can be multiple things at one time. That I think this industry a lot of times tries to put you in a box and say, oh, you're a this.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not. That's a part of what I am. It's a facet of who I am, but that's not the entirety of who I am.
Has working in this industry, especially because you have to play so many roles and then you're working with other people playing other roles, has it made it easier for you to accept people in the outside world? 100%.
I think the basis of the job that we do is empathy. Right? If you can't empathize with the position of your character, then you can't play them. So what helps in everyday life is empathizing 100% of the time. That way I don't have to turn it on and off. So, I think I have a unique perspective when I see something happening in the world. My first thought is to try to connect to it emotionally, regardless of if I agree with it or not, regardless of if it makes sense to me. Can I feel what they're feeling? And it does make life, to me, a bit more beautiful. I don't find myself we live in this era where like everybody's so angry about everything. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we can be angry about things. There's things that we don't like and there's work that we got to do. But can you connect to the humanity in that person? And that it doesn't feel as shaky. That's shaky ground.
Yes.
Shit, we learning right now. Them damn therapy lessons. We getting them for free right now. Tyler James Williams is with us right now. Did you ever, when you did Dear White People, was there a portion of your audience that was maybe culture shocked? Because you've always had a crossover audience to me. You had a crossover appeal. The title Dear White People, if you ain't read if you haven't read it or saw it, you wouldn't know what it stood for. Did you get any reaction from any part of your audience?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like 2012.
Yeah.
So that was also like in a different era. That I think I was concerned, and I think most of the cast was when we did it. We were like, this could either be really great or it could end all of our careers. I personally have learned to love that space because I like to do something with a little bit of risk. But yeah, I think initially people saw the title and thought it may be antagonistic, and that wasn't the point. It was an open letter. It was talking about the things that we weren't allowed to talk about, and I think Justin Simien did a really good job at that. And that was also before the show. People see the show now and they're like, oh, it's this thing. But when we did it, it was just a risk. We were just trying to, make something interesting and talk about things that weren't being talked about. And yeah, there was but there was also pushback in a lot of ways because it wasn't just an open letter to white people. It discussed, things that black people had to deal with as well that I think we didn't want to address at the time either. It was in the forefront of our relationship with the gay community and how do we respond to and protect one another in that way. And people, it's the point of art is to get people starting a conversation they don't want to have. And I think it did that in a lot of different ways.
Wow, Tyler James Williams is here, man. And I got to say, man, I've seen a lot of people come up here with a lot of robust truck jewelry on their neck. But it's something about this singular chain that this man has on that's just striking to me. I don't know what that is, man. Is that what kind of gold is that? You got that from the?
That's super glistening.
You got this shit from Pluto? Where you got that?
I have a really good stylist. He's a black designer named Thrash, and he's a minimalist, and that's what I love about him. I think we've been lately. I've been just having more fun with style in general, and I personally don't resonate with flexing on my audience. I never have. You know what I mean? That's something that I don't understand. People are living like everyday lives that are hard, and they're putting food on the table and surviving. They don't necessarily need to see us shining constantly. So I've always been somebody who's like, closer to subtlety, and he really gets that. So that's how that came together.
What's his name?
Thrash.
I feel like Thrash could connect me. Have to be what you think.
So you asking Tyler to connect you with Thrash?
100% would connect you with Thrash.
I need it, bro.
I will 100% connect you with him.
I need it.
He will. He'll lace you.
Okay.
He'll lace you.
I still got on wardrobe from MTV a couple of years back.
You know what?
But you know what? At this point, it's retro. It's vintage. Yeah, okay. I love that. Let's go back to the early 2000s. I want to see you in some like massive pants.
Okay. You want to see the big pants?
The big
hair
pants.
Wrap? I bring the hair wrap back.
The big white tee. Let's bring it back.
Okay. I got that. I was one of the architects. Hey man, I'm reading your body.
Oh my gosh.
Like I don't. you have a beautiful curation going on your body. Yeah. What can you tell us about the tats?
These are messages to myself. They're reminders. It kind of goes hand in hand with the therapy I like. On this arm, we're only here briefly, and while I'm here, I want to allow myself joy, to remind myself that I'm supposed to be here to have a good time. I think I got so wrapped up in the work for so long, I forgot to have a good time. They're just like small messages to myself.
What that one on your left arm says?
After all, we're nothing more or less than what we choose to reveal. That's what we were just talking about.
Yes.
You got to keep things for yourself. You got to. You can't share everything with the world. You got to keep things for you. You have to set that boundary.
And you also have to understand when someone doesn't get you, maybe it's because you haven't revealed enough. Vulnerability isn't a part of that relationship.
There was so much of my life where I would be crying out for what I thought was help or something, and I just wasn't actually. By not actually saying, no, I need help with something. I need time. I need a break. If I don't say I need a break, nobody will know.
Right.
And then the schedule will just be full, and I'll be suffering from it.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to articulate that I needed something, and that's when I got that one.
Who helps you now?
A number of people.
Yeah.
a number of people. I think family has been a big one. Like my baby brother lives with me, and because he was also raised in the industry, we know each other's struggles, and we keep each other in line and check, and we can check in with each other, and he can tell specifically when I'm overdoing it, when I'm overworking it and all that. And there's something about family being able to check you. Family can check you like nobody else can.
I don't care.
Family will be like, I don't care what's going on. I don't care how well you're doing. Sit down. You need to sit down. And that's very valuable to me. Incredibly valuable.
Both your brothers act, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Y'all doing anything together as a triumphant?
You know what's weird? No. No, you know, like I think because so much of our lives has been work, we enjoy not working together. We have yet to actually sit down and try to work together. We're just usually sitting around kicking it. Like, this is our only time to chill. People bring it up all the time, and then I'm like, why don't we ever actually try to do something? It never happens. But at some point, maybe, I'm assuming. It's like at some point we're going to have an idea that we want to do together. But as of now, no.
Heather, before you go, I know you got to go to Urban View. But you're a big fan of Abbott Elementary.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Before I go to work, speaking of work, Sway mentioned at the beginning of this, you have been coming here. We've been on the show 11 years now, believe it or not.
Has it been 11
it's been 11
years?
Bro.
Congratulations to y'all.
Congratulations to you as well, because you shared it with us. You've been here. You've been here for the 11 years. And I feel like this is the first time, like, I really am getting to know you now. Like, for you sharing everything with us. Thank you for, sharing what you was comfortable with sharing with us. Thank you, Tyler, for that. And it makes it even more now, watching this show, Abbott Elementary, and being a fan, what you've been able to do and deliver with all you have been dealing with and processing. It makes your performance now even more spectacular. Like, all of you guys do an amazing job, but for you to have been in this industry this long and processing all you had to process and deal with it, and you deliver every week like this on this show, congratulations, young man, for real. Like,
thank you.
You're crushing it.
It really means the world. That's like I was saying before, somebody's been working on being more transparent and being seen by people who've been, you've been up and down in my career. You know what I mean? Like, from the beginning to now, to see people who see that progression and can speak to that really means a lot for me. So thank you.
No, for sure.
Tyler James
crushing
Williams.
It.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why is this show special to you? You've done a lot of hit shows. What makes this one what it is?
It's got heart.
Yeah.
It's got heart. It's meeting people where they are. I think we came out of a very hard time in these last 2-3 years. And people just want to have a good time, and they want to laugh, and they want to see that, their struggles can resonate in multiple ways, and they can, in a therapeutic way, laugh about them. That's what, I think we want to make sure that teachers are well represented, and that, we give voice to what they're going through. But I think ultimately, it's just about the heart of the thing. You know what I mean? We don't need as much cerebral comedy right now. Yeah. We need some heart.
There it is. Tyler James Williams, man. Come on. We didn't even get into the bars. He used to send me bars. I used to be like, what the hell is going on? This dude is spitting bars.
Range, baby.
And a voice for it. I love your voice, brother. Next time, maybe I know you're still writing, right?
No, I've always had something.
Okay.
I've always got a little something.
You say that like you had something now.
I wouldn't show up if I didn't have something.
Oh. Shit.
You take my picture torch before you go to work. Before he spit these. Woo!
Uh-oh.
It's your volume right here, kid.
I need something a little faster.
A little faster,
You know, actually, you got FNF, that GloRilla.
We'll get that in a second.
You got that?
Yeah.
You should be able to pull that.
He said
GloRilla.
GloRilla? Didn't we have a whole discussion about?
We just had a whole discussion about GloRilla yesterday.
No, that record's hard.
That's your joint right there?
Yeah.
Okay, Tyler James Williams, Abbott Elementary. Congratulations, season 2, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. on ABC. You may not know this, or probably you do. If you followed him, you know he's not just a thespian. It's a whole slew of talents this man got. Welcome to the Valley of the Hyena.
All right. I did the humble thing. I'm going to talk shit for a little bit.
Talk your shit, Tyler. Talk your shit.
Look. Hot nigga sipping on cold brew. Fuck out the way when I walk through. Talking that shit, you will never be rich. I didn't fuck with your chick, I won't hold you. I am that nigga she fucks with. I'm also that nigga she talk to. You only nigga though. How do you figure you must have missed that's the owed you? I wonder if you act on purpose. As your cap and neck all nervous. My forehead touching her forehead. One more head touching the surface. She biting and scratching the surface. She long, she can take it, she perfect. She twitching, she glitching, she gone another god. Her hands in the sky, this service. Fuck all this going back and forth. I ain't playing tennis. She said you asked where she was going. Why you in my business? This ain't clue, who was you and why is you suspicious? Just be a man, Peter Pan, understand that she F-R-E-E, all the way free. She can be a whole freak. When she pull up to me, wait till she S-I-N-G-L-E again. But don't get your hopes up, we broke up, but still friends, We be done, she just playing with it. Fuck around, I'm just laying in it. What the fuck we got to do today is all I'm saying, girl, let me stay in it. Fuck around, write my name in it. Make it rain, hurricane in it. Not the same, I'ma change in it. Lose my mind, go insane in it. I'm the truth, please believe me. I don't think that you should leave me. Cause be a billboard or TV. Either way, you gon' see me. Being with me can be hard, but trust me, being my ex ain't easy. So don't be tripping, don't be needy. Cause I be chillin', I be breezy. I'm not the one you roll the dice with. I'm the one you spend your life with. I done seen it, I got vision, girl. I'm a little something like a psychic. My tailor said that you a nice fit. I said, beg the difference, she a tight grip. That shit real and our shit clear. And you can tell it when the light hit.
Tyler about to be your dancer!
It's too different.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
What y'all talking about?
Yo, this man's a problem.
Give me some.
Thank you,
I'm about to be his dancer. When them dollars in.
We got too much light in the room. We got a hyena up in here.
Wow.
You know, I have to come. Well, which, by the way, I gotta say thank you to you. Because, and I hope we got a little bit of time, when I came in here to promote Let It Shine,
yes,
I had been on that press tour, and a lot of people tried to set me up to create a viral video of me failing at something. You were the only person who said, I feel like you actually have something, and you gave me a shot, and you gave me the 5 fingers, and you were like, let's go. If you want to make this work,
yes,
this is where you're going to make this work. And you added legitimacy to that film. And I'll never forget that. I'll always remember it. And I tell everybody over and over again, if I'm getting bars off, I'm only doing it at Sway in the morning.
Hey! Come on, man. Love you.
Wow.
Love you, brother. Love you, man.
Wow.
But you got nasty over the years, boy. You doing a lot of fucking now, huh?
Shit, I'm about to be
I'm 30. I'm 30, man. I'm 30.
You're right. My bad.
I'm 30.
You are 30.
You don't want to be his ex.
My God. It ain't too big. I beg the difference. A tight fit. Oh, my God. It's too big. I appreciate your words.
Nothing but love, my brother.
And I hear you, brother.
Nothing but love.
Thank you, and I receive that, man.
Appreciate you.
Stay great, man.
Thanks,
Tyler James Williams,
Thanks, y'all.
Abbott
Appreciate
Elementary. Don't even come up here if your bars don't compare.
Don't
even do it. We haven't had MCs because Heather got mad at me just letting anybody come up here.
Because, Tyler, they wasn't right and they sucked. And Sway would just be like, yeah, more bars, more bars. I'm like, hell no.
The bar here is high.
Yes.
The bar here is high,
Talk to
and
your
I
man.
thank you for keeping it high.
We're going to keep it. Yeah.
We're going to keep it high.
We're going to keep it
We
high.
got to. Somebody got to be a gatekeeper to the culture.
We got it. Don't worry. We do this now. We wake up. We inhale that. We inhale that.
We be shaking hands with everybody. Tyler kissing babies.
Nice. All right, Tyler. Nice. Thanks for coming by, man. It's time to wrap up the show.
Unearth something. I'm sorry, y'all.